Okay, so it seems like we have a pretty big update on the Ayunda Risu kind of situation going on within hololive ID. And essentially, yeah, what's happened recently, if you don't know, Risu's channel was hacked. And this was really big news in the hololive kind of community and just the vtuber community in general, as she got hacked by one of these pretty classic, Bitcoin crypto kind of things, where essentially, yeah, they take over your account using cookies and like files and things to essentially gain access without a password, and then they start shilling some kind of cryptocurrency for people to click on and yeah, essentially scam other people using obviously the fame of Ayunda Risu. And yeah, obviously it seems like it's gotten even worse now as the channel is now gone. It says this channel was removed because it violated our community guidelines. Now, this is obviously a pretty big deal as the channel is literally gone. But again, if you don't know, since, all of the hacking and stuff has happened, Ayunda has actually been pretty kind of, jokey about it. It's been pretty positive. She even went live on the channel afterwards to like kind of say Nutcoin crash, obviously talking about Nutcoin and essentially making a whole big joke out of it, almost like the crony situation, which we saw a couple of months ago, where she also was hacked by a similar kind of thing. But now after all of that, it seems like the channel was removed, and she actually put out a response here saying, "Hello everyone, thank you very much for all the report and notice you've done regarding my channel. About that, I have asked the company to help me resolve the problem, and they're on it since the very first report we received. I know everyone's worried, but we're going to do our best to bring back my channel ASAP. Thank you so much for your support and attention. Let's hope that my channel will be back soon." And yeah, obviously it seems like she's been getting a lot of support over this, and yeah, I think this is mainly to do with the initial hack. There's probably a lot of people reporting the channel because either they don't know who she is, or it could just be like outsiders as well as maybe some more nefarious people as well that want to report it and get it removed because they dislike hololive or something like that, right? But again, I think it is a majority of people that obviously saw this come up on the page because, she is a big VTuber. So again, she's going to have a lot of reach whenever it comes to recommendations, and someone probably reported it because they know about, these scams and stuff involved with these kind of hacks, and that probably ended up with them getting terminated despite the issue pretty much being resolved. It seemed like the hackers were off the account, but again, it could also be for many other reasons too, but it seems like it was removed because it violated community guidelines. It wasn't removed by like a hacker or anything like that. That is not the case, which some people were obviously trying to say, right? Obviously people have been talking about this down in here, saying Ayunda Risu's YouTube channel was removed. It said this title was a bit misleading. Obviously it isn't really, because her channel was removed. Again, obviously it was removed for a reason that wasn't very just. It was removed because of the hackers, but it still was removed. I don't think that's very misleading. But anyways, so for context, Risu's channel had been hacked yesterday by a crypto scam, but is quickly taken care of. Today, Risu did her Malas Monday, and shortly after the stream ended, her channel got terminated, saying that her channel was removed. Totally disregards the situation and assumes that it's permanent, when Risu had already mentioned in that tweet that they're swiftly working on reinstating it back. I mean, again, I don't think it's misleading. I think that's actually, the channel was literally removed. Again, I don't think that's misleading at all. It was removed. Yes, it was removed and it's coming back. Sure, if they said Ayunda Risu's YouTube channel was permanently removed, then sure, that could be misleading because they said permanently. But again, they have pretty much just said what happened. I don't know why they got so, pedantic about that. But it said, people say, what the hell? It said YouTube is being very oopsie since the last couple of weeks. Bigger channels aren't spared from the weird algo/AI. Possible fan reported the scam stream. Then YouTube system just yoinked her whole channel. God damn it, YouTube. Which again, probably is one of the cases. It said one of the first comments in the hololive subthread was straight up asking people not to click the scam stream and just report the channel to YouTube instead. So it definitely has been mass reported. With how much time has passed, cover regaining control and the channel going down, I kind of doubt it was an AI decision. If that was the case, the channel would have gone down as soon as the reports came piling in. It's possible that someone reviewed the reports, checked the channel, saw Risu's latest Nutcoin stream, was like, yep, crypto hijack, checks out, time to take the channel down, which could be a interesting theory behind that. Obviously, yeah, I don't know what they're talking about with the report thing. I didn't actually see one, but again, there has been obviously some people who have been reporting the channel, which obviously, would be very, very useful in most cases. But again, I'm not saying that there was any ill will there. I think they were just trying to help out, Risu. But at the end of the day, the channel will be removed if you do report it. So again, obviously the mass reports came in and the channel got taken down, right? And that's obviously, unfortunately, what has happened here. And there's also the case of potentially a lot of Risu's follow-up posts with the crypto jokes, like say Nutcoin crash, stuff like that, could also be like a kind of thing that maybe brought it down too, because as we know, before the channel was even taken down, they managed to get everything off there, and it seems like everything was back to normal. So potentially, yeah, maybe someone at YouTube saw the Nutcoin stuff and thought it was real or something like that, which also could be an issue. It said the more concerned here, it is removed, not banned, not hidden, unsure about her VODs. Membership accept will survive or not. It probably will be. It probably will survive. Again, there's nothing really to worry about in terms of the channel being removed. The only thing to worry about is if they don't get it back up. But if a channel is removed, everything will get restored if it is reinstated. Nothing is going to be removed. No videos are going to go missing or anything like that. So I wouldn't worry about any content going missing. But again, it's obviously how soon can hololive help Ayunda actually get the channel back and reinstate it, because sometimes it can take a little bit of a while, especially with YouTube's pretty dodgy systems, right? Said not the first time YouTube automation leads to unwarranted stuff like this. Won't be the last either. Said another crypto scam, not napping a channel. Said this is standard when these hacks happen to fully kick the hackers out. If you work hard enough to get a silver play button, almost have a gold, you shouldn't be subjected to the automated deletion of a channel. It is just frustrating that we have to live with this garbage, which, yeah, it's 100% true. I think, a lot of channels with like partner status, channels that have, obviously gained a pretty significant milestone, should obviously have a little bit more of a, like a human interaction with people. Like, even if it's just a YouTube manager, I know YouTube managers used to be a thing. They're not really so much anymore. But if you are a bigger channel, you should have access to like some kind of support network where you can either obviously get these channels reinstated and things, and sort out issues maybe with YouTube's automated systems, or even prevent that in the first place and ask them, hey, was your channel hacked? Should we go ahead and take it down for now and then sort out this issue? Or and then you could kind of avoid all of this, right? But again, there is no real support systems there to really do that. And yeah, it does feel a little bit disappointing that people with the channel sizes of like Risu and many other people as well, people with millions of subscribers, thousands of subscribers and everything like that, who have achieved play buttons, who have worked with YouTube, who literally get paid by YouTube, right? They don't get given the kind of respect of like, oh, hey, we should probably, sort this out, right? But again, they don't get given that, which is obviously a big issue for a lot of people there, and rightfully so. I think they should be given a little bit more of a kind of warning, or a little bit more of a notification of, hey, this happened. Do you want to change any of this? Is this fine or whatever? Even if they do have to take it down like immediately, just give them that option to kind of communicate with someone to work on getting it back if that is the case. But again, I don't know. Obviously, hololive, I'm sure they have some pretty big connections over at YouTube and stuff, considering that all of their livers actually obviously kind of perform or whatever, or stream over on YouTube. Also, they've been streaming recently a little bit more on Twitch, but again, YouTube has been the main one, so I'm sure they've got some contacts over on there, considering they're one of the biggest VTuber companies out there, right? But again, it is just a more of a waiting game to see whenever Ayunda actually gets her account back, because again, we don't know. It could be tomorrow, it could be in the next couple hours, or it could be in the next week. Sometimes with YouTube, it can take a little bit of a while because of their slow kind of support systems, but as I said, we'll have to wait and see what kind of happens with that. But yeah, just very disappointing to see that it has been taken down despite the issue pretty much being fixed, right? And yeah, obviously I'll keep you guys up to date if there is any kind of details or anything else that does come out since then. But for now, it seems like it's just taken down and that they're working on getting it reinstated with hololive. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.